I mentioned before that Rhonda and I used to be in video ministry. It was at Living Waters Tabernacle in Meeker, Oklahoma. Our main job was to film the pastor's sermons and post them on YouTube. But occasionally we got to do a special project, and this video you're about to see is one of those. We had a man in our church that was in charge of special dinners. And if you went to Living Waters, you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Gordon Avery. Gordon was kind of a strange duck. He was short, but he could be kind of overpowering and intimidating. And one Sunday morning after the service, he approached Rhonda and me, and he said, "I need a video, and I need it in 2 weeks." I said, "Okay, that's kind of quick and sudden. What is it you want?" And he said that he was doing a Foods of the Bible dinner, and he wanted a video to go along with it. And so we said, "Well, what do you want?" He said, "Oh, I don't know, just do something." So we got a list of the foods that would be served and tried to do something with that. And we just scratched our heads. We only had 2 weeks to come up with something. So Ron and I were big fans of Green Acres, you know, the 60s comedy. And so we decided to do a parody of that and call it Blue Acres because of our Blue Meadow building we used to live in, which is where we got the name Blue House Studios. And so we shot it. We had to just real quickly just throw together some green screen in our house. And the lighting wasn't good, and the picture quality wasn't good, and you'll see that in the video. And but we had fun doing it. It was a good experience, and we got to use a few of our animals. We used our gray cat Spirit and Pumpkin, our red healer. She played Ernie the dog, which was a parody of Arnold the pig. And then Puddin', our Great Pyrenees collie, he's in it at the very end. The funny thing about Gordon was he when we showed the video to the church, he was back in the kitchen cooking, so he didn't get to see it. So we made him a DVD, and we gave him the DVD, and a couple of weeks later we said, "Well, what did you think of the show that we did for you?" And he said, "Oh, I don't know what I did with it. I guess I lost that DVD." Thanks, Gordon. Good job. I'll put all that work into that. You know, it took about a week to shoot and a week to edit, and we were just scrambling to get it done. Anyway, we had fun doing it, so I hope you enjoy it. This is Blue Acres.
I'm in the kitchen, darling.
Leah, what is this?
What?
You're making a mess.
No, I'm making old scripture cake for the church.
Old scripture cake for the church? Oh, Jesus, help them all.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Leah, why are you making the cake for the church? I would have thought it'd been maybe Gordon or...
Well, I volunteered. You take a cup of Jeremiah, a half a cup of Leviticus, and a teaspoon of Exodus.
Oh,
Well,
Here, sit down. I made you cornbread.
cornbread? You've never made me cornbread before. I wonder how this is gonna... What's this?
Cornbread.
That's not how you make...
Well, you always say to read the directions. So I read the directions. And it said to open can and pour corn in pot and heat it up. But I remember you say you like your cornbread cold.
That's not how you...
Would you like some confession sugar to make it sweet corn?
Don't you mean confectioners? No, thanks. I'll just have some coffee. You know, I've always admired the farmers from biblical times. They didn't have the modern conveniences and machinery that we have today. They started out with unplowed land. And they worked the soil with their hands and got their hands dirty. And they planted the seeds in the rich brown earth and watched the seeds shoot up to the sun and to the sky. And they had fresh foods and wild honey. And it came from the land that they worked and from the sweat of their brow.
Where did that pretty music come from?
Music?
Yes, then you were talking about the seeds shooting up to the sky. Music was playing.
I didn't hear any music.
Yes, there was. Say it again so I can hear the pretty music.
Oh, never mind. I want to stop by Tucker's store today and get some insecticide. Found this dead locust on my corn and I don't want it to get out of control.
Okay, while we're there, can we pick up some wild honey seeds?
Wild honey seeds? There's no such thing as wild honey seeds.
Well, you said when the pretty music was playing that the farmers of biblical times would plant the seeds and watch them shoot up into the sky.
Oh, yes, but I never said... Now, who could that be? Howdy, Mr. Cutlass. Well, good morning to you, Mr. Shaney, and what is it you're going to try to pawn off on me today? Oh, Mr. Cutlass, I would never do anything that would jeopardize our good neighbor relationship. Oh, sure. I hear you have a swarm of locusts taking over your crop. I don't have... Well, never fear. With this genuine bug-begone locust killer, you won't have a locust on your property within 50 miles. In fact, this stuff scares them so much, they won't so much as step foot back on your land. Locusts don't walk, they fly. Besides, I don't need that stuff. I'm going into Tucker's and getting me some genuine insecticide. Okay then, well, can I interest you in some genuine wild honey seeds? Guaranteed to grow wild honey within a matter of days. There's no such thing as...
Did you say your speech so Mr. Shaney can hear some pretty music?
There's no... Well, howdy, Mrs. Cutlass. If you don't mind me saying, you look prettier than a speckled hen going up a hill in a red wagon.
Thank you, Mr. Shaney.
That wasn't a... Did I hear you say you need music? Allow me to introduce you to Gladys Hornsby, the one and only one-man old lady band, guaranteed to play at weddings, funerals, and church picnics. And if you slip her a 5-spot, she might even sing. That's enough, Gladys. He ain't paid us yet. Get out! Get off of our land! And take your bug-begone walking locust potion, your wild honey seeds, and your one-man old lady band, and get out of here! I'm going back to my corn. Well, hello, Mr. Kendall. What can I do for you today? Oh, well, I have this ache in my lower back. No, that's not it. Well, I was going to make something for the Foods of the Bible dinner. I was going to see if you have any wild honey seeds. Wild honey seeds? Nope. That's not either. I was going to speak to you about the swarm of locusts that's taking over your crop. There's no... Oh, yeah, that's right, Mr. Cutlass. We're going to have to burn down all your crops, and, well, I'll call in the volunteer fire department just in case it gets out of hand. We're not going to burn my crops down! Oh, yes, well, if you want to get rid of that many locusts in a hurry, it's the fastest and the safest way. I don't have a swarm of locusts on my crops. I found one dead locust today. I'm going to Tucker's store and get some insecticide. That'll take care of it. Oh, okay then. Well, I'll see you at the church dinner. Yeah, I'll see you. Well, hello, Mrs. Ethel.
You don't mind, me and Ernie dropped by to help Mrs. Cutlass with the church dinner.
No, that's okay. She needs all the help she can get. By the way, did your dog just oink?
Ernie, where's your manners? Now you speak clearly to Mr. Cutlass like you learn in school.
You take your dog to school?
Oh, yes. He goes off to boarding school every year. Now, Ernie, you say something clever like you learned from schooling.
Oh, fine. Now I've seen it all. By the way, where is Mrs. Cutlass?
Oh, she'll be right back. She went out to the patch, the corn thing, to get some locusts, some dead locusts, and some wild honey seeds from the wild honey patch.
Oh, brother, will this day ever end?
Now, I got the lamb in the oven, the green bean almondine, the chicken and the red pottage soup, and some grasshoppers. Now, you tell Mrs. Cutlass if she needs anything else, she just let me know. Come on, Ernie. Say goodbye to Mr. Cutlass.
Yes, goodbye. Only on Blue Acres. Rio, what's the matter?
I pricked my finger on a wild honey seed thorn.
Oh, let me see it. How's that?
It's better. Now can we smooch?
Well, we have to go to the church dinner. I mean, you did prepare for it and work so hard with it. Maybe later.
I guess you're right. Then can we smooch?
Well, you have to promise you're not going to talk about wild honey seeds anymore.
Okay, I promise.
All right.